Hi guys, this is Rishabh from Sinoca Options. I hope you liked our previous video on basics of futures and options. If you still haven't watched it and are new to derivatives trading, then I request you to watch that video first. Link for the video you can find in the description below. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about what are the benefits of trading options versus stocks and what is the real fundamental reason that we decide to go with option selling as opposed to option buying or just simply trading in stocks and futures. Please note that option selling and option writing mean the same thing, and as I may go ahead, I will use these words interchangeably. Some words of caution before we begin. This is not a get-rich-quick system by any means. So many people enter options trading with a mindset of making quick bucks, but that is just not viable, and instead you will lose whatever capital you have in no time if you go ahead with this approach and mindset. Learning the skill of option trading requires work, which is true for generating any other skill set. Also, at this point of time, I urge you to forget all the investing principles that you might have read on the internet or heard from your friends and relatives. Please proceed with an open mind what I'm going to cover in this session. So let's begin by looking at how options are much more profitable and safer than stock trading. But first, let's cover why people like to trade stocks when they are first starting out. First reason, simple to understand profit-making mechanism. You buy a share, you hold it. If it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you lose money. This easy to understand process makes everyone jump into stock trading. Second is easy to purchase. Buying stocks is very simple. Open a demat account, choose any share out of the hundreds of listed companies and just put money in any one of them. But while dealing with options, a lot of parameters come into picture, which we will see later on. Third, and probably the most important factor here, stocks are considered safe. This is generally accepted by the society who is too afraid to venture into option or derivative trading because the news media is promoting stock investing actively over the last decade. And of course, these are all valid reasons why nearly everyone chooses stocks over options. But does that also mean that stocks are the best possible vehicle for creating your wealth? Let us consider the following fact. The market is 100% random. No matter what anybody says, you can never accurately predict the market. That also means every day we have different probabilities of making money, but in no way anyone can be 100% sure of making profits every day. You can actually plot the daily movement as a normal distribution diagram if you have a background in statistics. Stock price follows the normal distribution pattern, which has an equal chance of going up or going down. So basically what you are achieving by stock purchasing is that you are playing in the market with 50% chance of success. Please note that I am referring to the retail traders who are buying and selling stocks for intraday swing or positional trading and not considering the ones looking at stocks for long-term investment. Investment is a different ballgame altogether. And personally, I do not have enough capital that I can sustain a living by putting my money in long-term investments. What I'm referring here is the traders like me who are looking for consistent monthly or even weekly income while trading in the market. What if I tell you that we have a 70 or even 80% chance of success while trading options? And let me tell you, this is a huge percentage return if you extrapolate to a longer time frame. Let's look at this scenario. There are only three possible outcomes when you enter a trade. First, the market goes up. Second, market goes down. Or third, market remains sideways. Now, let's compare what happens to our P&L when we buy a stock or when we sell either a call or a put option. You can see that you make money in only one out of the three scenarios when you go long or short on a stock. There is no major impact on your P&L when the market is sideways in case you are entered into a stock. While with options selling, you are profitable in 2 out of these 3 scenarios. Also, note here that you lose money in 2 out of these 3 scenarios when you are buying an option, because buying options always have a factor of time or a theta decay. For example, if you sell a call, you certainly make money if the market goes down. And at the same time, you also make money due to theta or time decay if the market remains sideways. So when you sell an option, the time factor is in always your favor. And as I mentioned earlier, it is a proven fact that the market remains sideways for 70% of the time and trend either upward or downward for the rest 30% of the time. Even a roulette table gives a casino no more than 53% probability of success, and they are able to make such a profitable business out of it. Just imagine if you enter all the trades with a 70 or 80% chance of success, how profitable you can be in the long term. If you are still having doubts on why the chance of success with option writing is much more than option buying, then please watch the first video, The Basics of Futures and Options, where Nitin has beautifully explained this topic in detail with an example. Now, of course, not every day we will have such a skewed probability of success, but option trading is all about finding those trades with such favorable events and repeatedly trading on them with a defined system. Saying that, selling options will inherently make your chance of success more than 50% at any point of time if you have rightly considered the factor of implied volatility. We will cover everything about implied volatility or IV in the other video. Okay, so one similar system we have created for Bank Nifty weekly expiry, where we have backtested the data since 2016 and have been actively trading using that strategy for over a year now. This is the most consistent trading setup that we have developed so far, and even in these volatile times due to COVID-19, it works perfectly. You can easily expect 4 to 5% returns by trading just a single day in a week from our Bank Nifty weekly expiry setup. Now, back to the question of how to get chances or probability in our favor. Answer is simple. Do not make time your enemy when you trade. Instead, make it your friend by writing options and making money on the time or theta decay of the option premium. People who are buying options have to make sure that the market not only trends in their direction, but also achieve the target before the expiry date. Now, I'm not saying that all options buyers are unprofitable, but they have to work against the time each time they're taking a trade. And we are extremely lucky that we have liquid options with weekly expiry in Indian markets now, where the time decay in option value is much more than that of the monthly expiry options. So be a part of the 5% group who actually make money in the stock market in the long term. Of course, there are some other factors too, which need to be considered before option selling. But with weekly Nifty and Bank Nifty option expiries, time decay plays the much bigger role. I hope by now you have seen our track record in option selling. We have been posting live results of our trading PNL on each Thursday, which is the expiry day for Nifty as well as Bank Nifty weekly options. While it is true that we have faced losses on some days, but those have been very limited and very less as compared to the profits that we have been making. And let me mention here that no trader in the world can be profitable in all the trade that he or she is taking. So if you have the mindset of having no losses at all, then you should not get into this field altogether. Trading is all about minimizing your losses when you are wrong and sticking to a well-defined trading system which will keep you profitable in the long run. And option writing comes with its own risk, which we help to manage so that chances are always in your favor and you win in this long-term game while also making consistent monthly profits. So go online, search about option writing setups, educate yourself, find more examples why option writing is more profitable than option buying and stock buying, and gain knowledge on a subject which can give you a consistent income for a lifetime, no matter if there is a recession going on or if there is a huge bull run. Also, you can directly get in touch with me or Nitin, or just drop a message in the contact section of our website. And please follow our page on Instagram at @Sinoca_options if you haven't done that already. There we put live results of our trade every Thursday. So I wish you all happy and profitable trading. Keep learning.